The thing is that sometimes a piano teacher's studio just feels like it's closed off to everyone, as in, we never see what goes on. Much less do we see people actually reflecting on what's happening during the lesson, what's going well, and what the teacher could have done better. So today I want to show you a lesson snapshot. This is with Jessie. Jessie is an elementary sort of grade 1 sort of level student. Jessie is looking for the first time at the mini chromatic scale. So it's like the full chromatic scale, but broken down into different parts. And it's her first introduction to the idea of chromaticism, which then we go on to use in a piece of music written by Juan Cabeza, Station 10, which can be found in Piano Safari 3. I love this piece because it gives us so many opportunities for improvisation. And if you stay to the end, you'll see Jessie taking part in an absolutely beautiful improvisation. And this is pretty special because at first, Jessie found the whole improvisation thing quite challenging. This is a mini chromatic. No, go on, describe it.
Just going up by a note.
Yeah, okay. Do you know what the distance is between those two notes? Remember we used to use, there were either half step and full step or semitone and tone. Half step, good, yeah. So do you notice that Jessie finds it a little bit tricky to tell me how the scale is constructed in words? And so I push her on this and ask her to think about the intervals, but I regret jumping in with the half step and whole step semitone tone thing because I don't know if she would have retrieved that for herself. Okay, and I'm not going to tell you what fingers we're going to use, but can you just pick it up for what I'm doing? What do you notice?
1 and 3.
1 and 3, go ahead. Next, I'm using modelling as a strategy, but I want her to articulate what she sees. I don't want to just show her how to do it. The very fact that she articulates what she's seeing means that she has to process it in her brain, and the learning, presumably, is deeper. I really do believe that learning is like a web, and we're always seeking opportunities to make connections across the various areas of music making and musicianship. And so for this next part, I want to introduce a little listening activity based on the mini chromatic scale, but to do with gradation of tone, or getting louder, getting softer. Your eyes, am I getting louder than softer, or softer than louder?
Louder than soft.
I started loud, but then what did it do?
It got softer.
Got softer, and then what did it do?
Got louder.
Yeah, so it was the other way around. There you go, you see, perfect opportunity for formative assessment. Did you notice that Jessie found it quite hard to differentiate from the idea of a fixed dynamic and gradation of tone? She thought because it started loudly that's what I was looking for, but actually I wanted her to say that it went softer and then louder. So I realized as a teacher I need to do much more work on this with her. You do one for me. So I'm not gonna look. You made that easy for me. You made that super easy for me. That got louder and then it got softer. Here we are, another missed opportunity as a teacher. So I wade straight in and I tell her what chromatic means. Really regret that now. I mean, it's such a magical scale anyway. Why not revel in the sound of it? Why not get her to describe what it's like? But I didn't. There is going to be a chromatic. Chromatic means colourful, and that's why it uses all of the keys. So it's got the white keys, the black keys, and everything. Really like a special effect, really. Anyway, I go on to use this as a further listening opportunity. This time, she's to shut her eyes and she's to figure out whether the chromatic scale is descending or ascending. This left hand is going to use chromatics as part of it, but I want you to keep your eyes shut and I want you to listen to see, do you think that the chromatic pattern goes up or does it go down? Okay, just listen. It does. So if I So if I did the first one there, how many notes are there?
4.
Good, 4. So if you start on there, can you play with those 4 notes? Remember it's chromatic. It's chromatic. Remember what chromatic means? Yeah. bothered about what fingers you use. Superb! So you didn't see me play that, did you? You weren't sneaking looking at me. So now we're starting to apply that mini chromatic scale, the principle thereof, with the actual music that I'm presenting, first of all, without notation, so that she really hears what's going on and she hears that kind of sighing figure. I'm really minded, in fact, to introduce her soon to Dido's Lament from Dido and Aeneas, just for that descending chromatic motif and just really, really expressive music. Just a wider listening link. So the idea is that she starts to learn this pattern just kind of by hearing it, by feeling it, and then we're going to go on to do a little improvisation. It's the same. When you've got it, say rubber chicken. Yay! Carry on, keep it going. No, just 4 notes, it goes back to the start. Keep it going. I'm just going to improvise over the top. You're going to get up, you're going to walk around flat. I'm going to move on to this chair without falling over. You're going to use these 5 notes in your right hand, and in a minute you're going to do them in any order and improvise a melody. Nice. Yours is better than mine. And so in the first lesson back after the summer holidays, we've already started to create music, and we've been using pure listening, just listening and enjoying the sound. The enjoyment is key. I can assure you that later in the lesson, when she went on to look at the music itself, the left hand was a breeze. She could read that without any issue. And then the right hand was a pretty simple read for her because it was based on those 5 notes that were so familiar. As a teacher, this lesson snapshot just gave me a little bit of a picture of what I need to do. Further work on gradation of tone, and I need to reinforce the idea of chromaticism and what that means. If you've enjoyed this video, then please hit subscribe, because I think there's going to be plenty more where this came from. And do put in the comments any questions or any thoughts that you have, any reflections too. Do you use improvisations in your piano lessons? Or if you are a piano student, do you improvise?